Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. For Musume, the Taurus Cup Champions meeting is not even done, and they've already announced the Gemini Cup, so let's do a preview video. A few weeks ago I made this video for Taurus, but I called it a guide. Thinking about it now, these videos aren't really guides that tell you what to do, so I'll call them previews instead. This race is in Kyoto during spring, 3,200 meters, which is long, with firm and sunny conditions. I didn't mention this in the last video, but there is a race, the same as all these conditions, and that is the Tenno-sho Haru, Tenno-sho Spring. So if you wanted to go into room matches to practice, you could just select Tenno-sho Haru. Apparently, this is the toughest champions meeting to build for because of the high stat and skill requirements, but it shouldn't be that bad for open players. Mwahaha. I won't go into my ideas for my team build quite yet, but over the coming weeks I'll put out videos of me testing different team comps. But first we have a tier list here. This is based on JP information now, not JP info from 4 years ago, so be warned. But this time I got more sources and matched them against each other, and this is what I came up with. First we have SS tier, which is empty. This is taken up by more recent releases in JP that power creep what we have now in Global. So over time, all these choices will become more and more difficult to use. But if you saw my top Legacy Racers tier list, linked below, you know that a lot of these racers have a long lifespan as parents or grandparents, so those are worth working on, even with the future in mind. In S, we have Simbali Rudolph, Mejiro McQueen, Narita Brian, Narita Taishin, Goldship, and the upcoming Mayano Top Gun. And I hear some belly aching about how Goldship is so strong, but can you imagine if she wasn't? Then we would have to rely more on 3-star gacha racers, and the game would become more pay-to-win, so thank you to the developers for giving us this free-to-play friendly option. Then in A we have Special Week, Red Teo, TM Opera O, and White McQueen. In B we have Nice Nature and Super Creek as debuffers, and Biwa Hayahide and Rice Shower, and Daiwa Scarlet as runners. The reason why these two 3-star racers are lower is because Biwa Hayahide is not as good as a runner, and Rice Shower is not as good of a legacy choice. And Daiwa Scarlet is usable, but we will have to raise her long stat to at least A with legacies, and then getting it to S is going to be even more difficult. Then finally in C we have Agnes Tachyon and Machikane Fukukitaru. I will say, however, I did very well in the Taurus Cup. I think 4 of my losses were to Goldship, but I did lose races to Nice Nature, Biwa Hayahide, and Agnes Tachyon as aces, so it just goes to show you can win with anyone if you build them right. Alright, and then let's look at what skills are good. I will generally talk about generally good skills, and then point out skills by running style when it's relevant. Recovery will be important since it is a long race, and I think the baseline will be 2 gold recovery skills, but I've seen advice for an additional white recovery skill on top of that to be safe. The gold one everyone knows is Swinging Maestro, of course, but there are also like Breath of Fresh Air on Vodka's card, Cooldown on the handout McQueen card, and also just in Rice Shower, White McQueen and Biwa Hayahide's kit, and Adrenaline Rush on the handout Rice Shower card, but that last one is hard to pull off, so I would not recommend that. And then specifically for Pace Chasers, there are Gourmand and Race Planner. Swinging Maestro is the most reliable of all these, so it's kind of a must, and then we can pair it with another gold skill, perhaps in the Racer's kit, like Goldship's Go Home Specialist. That one is especially nice on this track because there's a downhill right before the first corner. Next, I've heard that straightaway skills are better than corner skills since the final stretch is so long. Before then, the pack kind of maintains its shape and order, so acceleration and velocity up are not as important in the corners. But good straightaway skills are like long straightaways on Manhattan Cafe's card, or straightaway adept, straightaway acceleration, and a home stretch haste all on Vodka's card. I really do think this is one of the best cards for this race. And then any acceleration is good, like Narita Brian's unique skill for late surgers and end closers, Rushing Gale on Teo's card, actually basically all of these skills on her card, Highlander on Handout Rice's card or Manhattan Cafe's card. There are 3 uphill sections in the race to trigger this, Straightaway Spurt for Enclosers Only on Hishi Amazon's card, Groundwork on Smart Falcon's card or Air Groove's card. And then for green skills, just get anything that matches the course. For red skills, pick up everything you can except Dominator and Murmur. Those are for medium only. And that'll do it for this preview. I'm looking forward to tackling this challenge. I wish I could enter both graded and open, but if I have free time, maybe I'll put together some janky A racers and try them in room matches. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Take care.